Hello folks, welcome to another video. Today's video is about editing. Now editing is a very simple process of putting one image next to another and then sequentially in order to tell a story. I'll do videos at a later date going a bit more in depth into editing and how to set an edit up. But today this is really just like that bare basics. If you don't know anything about editing and don't know how to get started, this is the video for you guys. There has never been an easier time to get into editing. There is so much content out there that is going free for anybody to pick up and just begin. When I started editing with one of these. This is a visual audio processor and you basically push knobs up and down and things happen. There is a lot to learn when it comes to editing, and editing is actually one of the things I think puts a lot of people off of becoming a content creator, because there is just so much hard work behind it. Editing takes up about 90% of a production. That's right, anywhere from 80 to 90% of a production you will be spent editing the thing. I know that editing can be a bit of a minefield and quite a headache, but the end result, putting things together and actually being able to present something that came from your mind first, then into the camera and then to the audience, is a very powerful feeling. And so where should you start with editing? Editing doesn't just start when you sit down in front of your computer. Editing starts in pre-production, when you put your plan of what you're going to film together in the earliest stages. And figuring out what you're going to do early on will save you time later on in the edit. You're going to need one of these notebooks when you are editing so that you can make loads and loads of notes and say, okay, like day one, we did this. Day two, I'm going to have to amend this. Editing starts at the very beginning. But for people that are completely brand new, first of all, they need an editing program. You can go online and quickly download something like DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is completely free, and I wish I'd had DaVinci when I started. What you get in return for investment, i.e. zero money down, is quite honestly ridiculous. It's just simply ridiculous. Download DaVinci Resolve, start working. Honestly, I do recommend it. This video is not sponsored by. There are many websites out there now that offer very high quality videos that you can just download and start editing. Off the top of my head, there's one website called Pexels. That's one that I like to play around with and use, and the content from there is just absolutely insane. If you're an absolute beginner editor, this is an amazing resource to have. Just don't try and pass it off like you filmed it. That would be very naughty of you, so don't do that. On the one hand, you have this amazing free resource called DaVinci Resolve, and then on the other hand, you have the free resource library where you can just download content and edit it to your heart's desire. You can make all sorts of stuff, from yoga videos to, I don't know, infomercials about germs. Who knows what you're going to make? That's the whole point of editing. Now, I wasn't lying when I said that I learned how to edit on that visual audio processor. I didn't have a computer until I was a little bit older. I had to edit directly from my camera's tape. That's right, a tape. I had to edit from the tape that went inside the actual camera itself. The visual processor then would be plugged into the VHS tape. I would queue up the tapes on the camera and then the VHS. I would fade the video in with the visual component. And then I would have like a Walkman on the side, prepped and ready to go on pause for the music that I wanted to use. And then I would work my magic on this. They are a great reminder to me of where my resourcefulness and my energy came for my filmmaking and photography, because I didn't have the luxury of all the mod cons back in the day. You can't download those, but you can download DaVinci. Now, for all the people that are shooting on their phone and don't have a computer or a camera, they want to make all that good viral stuff, I can recommend one app that I've been using, and that is called Splice. Splice is something that I've been using personally to edit my gym videos. Splice is actually really useful. It's got a few tools in there that every beginner should be able to pick up relatively quickly. It's fairly intuitive, so if you have no previous editing experience, I think you'll take to this quite easily. It's even got a huge music library, so you can find many tracks to go with your video. Even when you're out and about on the go, you can edit. Editing takes a lot of time and patience. If you want to get really good at it, you're going to rack up the hours. It can't be avoided. You will just have to learn the hard way. You'll have to sit down and put your hours in. But once you do start getting creative with editing, you can just do anything you want to do. You can really transform your footage into something special. If you have any questions about editing, don't be shy, drop them in the comments and I will try and help you out. If you like the content today, then give me a thumbs up and potentially subscribe. I will be releasing more content, like I say, on editing as we go. Now, I'm going, you can't make me. What?